Kia ora guys, welcome to Talking About Sports with Rahman. So what a fantastic win against the Manly Seagulls last night, winning 30 points to 16. It was just phenomenal that the boys, backed on a loss against the Canberra Raiders in round one in Las Vegas. Webster picking the same squad that lost to the Raiders and basically just having a fantastic game, performing well at their best, and that last try from Metcalf just to seal it was just fantastic. I had a feeling that Manly were actually going to win the game. They looked better on paper, just in terms of their star backs, Tommy Turbo. They've also got Daly Cherry Evans, the captain, running the ship for the team, and Luke Brooks, and then Ruben Garrick as well, and Jason Saab. So Manly's always been the bogey team for the Warriors, but, back at home in front of a crowd at Mount Smart Stadium, the boys just turned up and showed up. Some of the star highlights that I actually really liked about our team last night was seeing Aaron Clark play. He was just fantastic. One of the best forwards that we have picked up off the off-season, and yeah, he basically showed up Jazz Tavanga and was just fantastic. Mind you, there was actually a clip about Jazz Tavanga and the boys celebrating tries or a pre-try or something like that. But no, it was all fun and games. Jazz has been a very big momentum part of the Warriors for so many years and seasons, and now playing for Manly, he's definitely kitted up with a good squad and good team there. But no, it's just fantastic wins all around last night, and the boys will be happy with a bit of confidence installed with them. Saw Tane Tuapiki run the line. Oh, that was fantastic. Our backs are working. Lea Tua had a fantastic game also, and Roger, that try from Roger was all set up on that beautiful pass from Metcalf, and then Pompey finishing it off for Roger. So, no, it was a good game. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to watching the full game. I was actually at a wedding last night, so yeah. But on the basis of that, the boys will feel a lot more confident. They will also go into the Roosters game knowing the Roosters had put points, had been the Panthers the same night as the Warriors. But I can definitely say, the Panthers leaked in about 38 points against the Roosters. So, in all honesty, defensive errors were actually run across both teams last night between the Panthers and the Roosters. Coming back to the game, I can definitely say, based on that squad, they definitely wrote the wrongs that happened in round one against the Raiders in Vegas. And I personally believe that the boys just had a bit of, stage fright. You got the big show, Las Vegas, completely new venture in the NRL system. Warriors have never been there before, and so some of the players, may have never been to Vegas before, so I can understand them taking a bit of a loss for that one and going on to have a holiday. But, our season just showed last night that it really kicked off at home. And, unfortunate news for both Daly Cherry Evans and Tommy Turbo. But I'm sure, hopefully the boys in Manly can come back, some point throughout the season and get their side into the top 8 if you are Manly fans. But if you're Warriors fans like I am, don't ever do this at a wedding, I can tell you for sure. Don't ever put a game on in the middle of speeches and people talking, walking, on the way back through into the corridor, thinking you got the sound off, but it's been halfway on the whole time, and trying to turn the volume down midway through speeches, and all of a sudden you press the wrong button and all the volume goes up and everyone looks at you. It's like, hey, my G, you're watching the Warriors, hey, bro? Yeah. No. Definitely, no, it's a good night, and it was good to have, more people at the wedding celebrate the Warriors with me and wanting to watch the game. I think that was definitely a lot of fun there in that perspective. But, I didn't watch the full game, but based on the highlights, I can say the boys just ran wild. James Fisher-Harris had a great game in the forwards, great, co-captaincy there with Mitch Barnett, and personally, I can just say that, based on that win, I have a feeling they'll pick the same squad or very similar in terms of the last couple of hit-outs with Raiders and the Seagulls. But, you know, that worked last night at home, and if they can back that up, you know, get 2 consecutive wins in a row at Mount Smart, their season is looking promising. There's a bit of a worry in the early part of the game. You know, they Manly scored early, then they, you know, got that penalty goal, and I thought, you know, being 6-0 down, that the boys would, you know, lose a bit of confidence with that. But the young guns really stepped up, the forwards really showed up, and we shut Manly down for most of the game. And, you know, that's where we're going to win games, if we can identify early on in the first, you know, 15-20 minutes of the game, hey, look, you know, we're down 6-0, but we're not, you know, bending ourselves up or putting our backs against the wall. We're the Warriors, and we can come out and we can close games. And, you know, a 14-point win at home compared to, you know, a last couple of hit-outs against Manly, it's been a draw or a loss, etc. Yeah, that was fantastic. And, you know, I felt a sense of pride back in the jersey of being a Warriors fan. Some highlights, you know, taken out in terms of Jason Saab had a great game. Ruben Garrick, you know, kicking duties, etc. I felt like the halves for the Manly didn't really get going, and I think that was one thing that the Warriors may have identified early on, is that if their forwards are going, if their forwards are making meters and defending hard, it's going to be really hard to make those plays on that fifth tackle for Manly. And I could see it, you know, in the highlights, but also a little bit in the clips, etc. We shut their halves down, and I think that's where a big perspective where Webster may have looked at was like, hey, we don't have the actual team on paper yet because of a few injuries that we've lost. But what he probably did say was that let's target a particular area in the Manly Sea Eagles squad that is strong. That's good. And so they may have tackled the halves as well as the forwards, but clearly evident it was mostly the backs that they wanted to outmuscle, and it was showing in terms of, you know, most of our backs scoring tries. That breakaway from Wade Egan, oh, that was fantastic. Definitely a little bit of momentum for my hooker. Yeah, he deserved everything he got for that play, and I think that definitely was the game changer for us. That was the try to sort of consolidate that the Warriors can hang on for the last 15 minutes of the game, and then Roger's try as well as Metcalf's breakthrough to seal that beautiful try to finish it. Sorry, 36-16. It wasn't 30-16. It was a 20-point hiding. My bad. That's right. Yeah. You can tell I didn't watch the game. I only watched the highlights. So yeah, no, it was a massive hiding, which was good. And also that will help the Warriors' points differential. You know, being minus 22 at the end of round 1, sitting at 14th place. The boys have now climbed up to 10th place, you know, regarding other results to come later on this round. But yeah, just in other news, how many minutes is that? 8. Yeah, in other news, we've got the Dragons, South Sydney. Oh, hello. How are we doing today? We're good? Yeah, just the cows in the back. I'm actually up north filming this today. Got a bit of scenery out there. We've got the cows saying hello, mowing, whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've said hello to you a few times. You're a Warriors fan. Good on you. Yeah. Anyways, another news. South Sydney take on the Dragons. Picking the Dragons to win that at home. You've got Cowboys, Sharks, both sides, you know, lost round 1, irrespective to Penrith and Manly. I can see Sharks winning that away. It's going to be a close game if the Cowboys do get up. So that's going to be really close, picking the Sharks to win that. Then we've also got the... I think the cows are out. No good. Yeah, so you got the Sharks, Cowboys. Game of the night, game of Saturday is going to be the Raiders, Broncos. You know, the Broncos were outstanding in that first game against the Roosters. But, you know, as you've seen, the Roosters just beat Penrith, so... Oh, they're coming to say hello. Yeah, so as you know, the Roosters lost to Brisbane in the first round, beat Penrith in the second round. So anything could happen between the Broncos-Raiders game. Still picking the Broncos to win that. I think it's going to be close. In the other games, you've got the Tigers, the Eels. That could actually be a contender for a spoon bowl match. I'm picking the Tigers to win that. I think it will be very close. I'm kind of a little scared. The cows are sort of like right behind me. Yeah, they're right there. They're sort of like geezing me out at the moment. I'm a little worried what's actually going to go on. But oh, there's actually a baby. Oh no, it's just a head. Anyways, just a little bit of action. Yeah, so Tigers Eels game could be the spoon bowl game. Still early in the season, round 2. That's at Combank. The Eels have to win that game if they want to get their season on track. But you know, Tigers looked really good against Newcastle in round 1. It's only a 2-match loss that they lost, and yeah, they're gonna need some leadership around the park in order to win that game against the Eels. So I think that will be close. I think the Tigers will get up, picking by 4 for the Tigers. And in the last game of round 2, between the Bulldogs at Belmore and the Titans, I'm picking the Titans to win that game away. I think it could be potentially close. But yeah, that's me signing off today. Loyal and passionate sports fan, Warriors fan. Just love it all. And yeah, fantastic that we got the win in round 2. And I better go before these cows start giving me some weird looks. So peace out. Have a good one, homies. And yeah, cheers. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Kia ora.